look. So the horizontal, again, when you get into Photoshop, the new document's going to give you a little bit of a way to choose things as far as giving you the graphics. So here's the letter, 8.5 by 11, orientation, portrait or landscape, horizontal. It's 300 RGB, white background. Go ahead and click Create. And again, trying to have you establish the piece, I'm just going to give a layer up here to start with, a B for brush, default, and just kind of use this as helping me with a layout. So even if I just make some indiscriminate lines, that's okay. I want to try to have this have a little bit more of a top view of the horizon line. So I'm going to give a horizon line. I'm going to kind of give a vertical piece to this. And as I go to the right or left, like giving it somewhat of that piece, I could really put my vanishing point way off to the edge. And let's see, one way that you can place that in there is by clicking on the crop tool and just extending some of the page left to right, like so. And you can see that now you've elongated the paper, and by doing so I can take the brush, I'm just going to give myself a different color and extend this all the way down to the edge here, and do the same here. I can even leave a gap just so I can see it. Okay, so now here's the page. If I can see this part here, I can just kind of find the edge of the paper. So watch right there. And this part I want to take and put way over the side here. And just keep holding the Shift key down. And that gives me the right-hand side of this box. And I'm just going to give that corner. To do the opposite side, I could keep it right on this side here. I might as well. Don't have to get too far away. And now I'm trying to look at the overall width and length of that box and place it into there. This point is going to go all the way to the vanishing point. So clicking, holding the Shift key is giving me that straight line. And then this one is going to this section right here. So there's the overall shape of the box. Okay, so I can leave it there for now. I don't need anything there. I can hit the crop tool if I want and shorten this up just to show you the distance. Leave some of that in there and click OK. Okay, so now I have the panels. So I'm just going to go back to Illustrator and take this front panel right here. Just draw a box around it. Select everything, copy it, Command-Tab to go back into Photoshop, and give myself another layer. Right now I just have these as guides, and paste this in there as pixels. And the other three options give you the ability to go back and edit some of the parts and pieces. And kind of lining it up with this lower left corner, stretching it up to the top, holding the Option key, and following one of these at the top right there, and then holding just the Command key in the corner, and that's going to allow me to distort it as well. So here's the corner piece. Okay. And under Edit, Transform, I can click on hit Return first, and then Edit, and Distort. Now I'm going to do one last thing here. I'm going to back that up just a little bit. Paste it in again. And rather than use the key, I can use the arrow keys to drop it down, this one to move it up, and just Command right away, or actually just go to Distort. Let's see if I got something going on here. So once you place it in, just hit Return in order to put it up there. And now I have the Distort option just by holding the Command key. And hit Return or the checkbox. Command-Tab lets me go right back. Select this panel, copy it, Command-Tab back to Photoshop. Okay, and paste that in there as pixels. And when you do it, it gives you its own layer. I'm going to hit return and then free transform again. You just kind of have to set it into it. Lets you free transform this up. Put that one up there. Takes a little finesse in there, right there. And then command for the distort key. And hit return. So you're building the panel up, this time with 3 panels, so dropping that off into this one. And then the last one, just copy it and bring it right back into Photoshop. Paste it in there. Once you get it pasted in there, hit return or the checkbox, then free transform it again. And this one's going to have a little bit more of the distort all the way around for all 4 panels. So by putting the vanishing points and everything down first, this gives you a little heads up, and you can see the perspective right there fits everything in there. Now it's just a necessary part of fixing the edges, trying some of the filters, and going through the reflections, keeping that together. So we may go back in and finish that first. But see if you can't get that section in there with the perspective and then the 3 panels right there.